Welcome to Story Spark, where every tale is a spark to ignite your inner fire. Because sometimes all it takes is one story to see the world and yourself in a new light. Here, we dive into timeless tales, powerful characters, and hidden moments that awaken strength, purpose, and peace within. And today's story is one you may not have heard before. Not quite like this. It's about a moment when even the strongest, the bravest, the most devoted felt lost. Today, we bring you Even Hanuman Had Doubts, a motivational tale from the Ramayana, a story of faith, failure, and rising again. Let's begin. There comes a moment in every journey when even the brave feel broken. And yes, even Hanuman, the mighty, the fearless, the one who flew across oceans, had a moment where he doubted himself. He had accepted the impossible to find Sita Ma in a land filled with enemies, with no map, no army, just faith. Hanuman had accepted a task that defied all logic to find Sita Ma in the heart of a kingdom ruled by darkness, a land where every shadow could be a trap and every path led deeper into danger. He had no army marching behind him, no companion to share the burden. What he carried instead was far more powerful. The name of Lord Rama echoed in his heart, his soul fueled by unshakable devotion, and the wind itself seemed to lift him, as if the universe honored his mission. He stepped into Lanka not as a warrior of the body, but as a servant of purpose. He wasn't just searching for Sita, he was holding on to the hope of Dharma itself, and for that, he would go as far as it took. He soared across the sky, fought demons, dodged danger, all for one purpose to serve Lord Rama and reunite him with his beloved. But as the day stretched into what felt like endless nights, Hanuman searched with relentless devotion, his heart burning with purpose. Yet, with every passing moment, the weight of his task grew heavier. He scoured every corner of Lanka, from the towering palaces to the hidden chambers, through dark alleys and dense forests. But no matter how deep he searched, no matter how many times he called out, there was only silence. No sign of Sita Ma, no trace of the hope he so desperately clung to. Only the shadows of the enemy and the echo of his own footsteps. The land seemed to mock him, offering nothing but emptiness, an endless void that mirrored the uncertainty creeping into his heart. His strength, once invincible, now felt fragile, and doubt began to stir in the deepest corners of his mind. The world seemed to grow darker, colder, and Hanuman, the mighty, began to wonder if he had failed. His heart, once blazing with devotion, now trembled. Doubts began to creep in. He sat alone in a garden beneath a tree that whispered nothing. His strength had not left him, but his hope had. He asked himself, what if I fail? What if I return empty handed? What if I am not worthy of this mission? In that moment, the son of the wind felt powerless. But Hanuman did not stay in that place of doubt, because somewhere deep inside him, beyond the fear, beyond the silence, a voice rose. Not the voice of power, but the voice of purpose. In that moment of stillness, as doubt began to cloud his heart, Hanuman paused. He closed his eyes and breathed deeply, letting the silence around him become a reflection of the silence within. And in that stillness, something shifted. His mind, which had once been consumed by the overwhelming weight of his task, now quieted. He remembered why he had come, not for glory, not for fame, but for the love and service of Lord Rama. He remembered the bond that tied him to his Lord, a bond stronger than any challenge he could face. He remembered who he served, not as a warrior, but as a humble servant of truth, devoted to the greater good. And most importantly, he remembered who he truly was. Not just the son of the wind, not just a mighty being capable of miracles, but a soul anchored in purpose, driven by unwavering faith. In that realization, the shadows of doubt began to fade, replaced by the light of divine clarity. And then, as if destiny waited for him to believe again, he saw her, Sita Ma, sitting in grief, but radiant, waiting, hoping. She had not given up. So why should he? That moment, that shift, was greater than any battle he ever fought. Because victory doesn't begin with strength, it begins with belief. Even the strongest fall into doubt, but the ones who rise again with devotion, with faith, they become legends. So when you feel tired, when the goal seems distant, when you wonder if you're enough, remember Hanuman. Even the divine had doubts, but they chose not to stay there. Doubt is human, rising again is divine. Keep believing. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, you are just one story away from discovering your own strength. See you in the next one.